Yeah, greetings of the day. On this day, in this class, we are going to study the last concept of structures called as self-referential structures. So, a self-referential structure is a variable that is created on itself. A self-referential, it is going to refer itself, means if we are using a referential, it means that we will be having a pointer to itself. Okay. Generally, in order to create a structure, you may be writing something like this. Struct some, say, node. Struct node. So struct node. So we will be having one as integer data, and suppose the next one is star link. Means we are creating a node which is having two parts in it. One is holding an integer value and another one is holding itself, a pointer which is pointing to itself. Now this is called as a self-referential structure. Here we are creating a node. A node in the sense we will be having something like this. For example, we'll be allocating the main memory. We'll be allocating something called as the main memory. We'll be allocating main memory, and in this memory we are going to create struct node, a variable, for example. Then it is going to allocate some memory. Then it will be allocating some memory for struct node. So whenever we create a memory for struct node, it will be having two parts. One is the data part and another one is the link part. One is the data part, another one is the link part. Now this one can be considered as a data and this one as a link. Now who is going to hold the address of a similar kind of thing? For example, we are having one more, then it is going to hold, it is capable of holding the address of another node. For example, now in this case, again, we are having two things. That is, one is called as data part, another one is called as link part. Now these nodes will also have some addresses. Say the address is 100 and here in this case the address is 200. Now here we can store the value as for a normal variable. For example, we are declaring a variable for this one. So how to declare? Struct node n1 comma n2. This is how we are going to create the nodes. Say this one is struct node n1 comma n2. So we can call this entire thing as n1. So we can call this entire thing as n1 and this one as, for example, n2. So here we are going to call this as n1 and this one as n2. So how to access this data? So you can write here, in order to access the data, you can write n1 dot data is equal to 50. Then n2 dot data is equal to 60. So what is going to happen here? N1 dot data is equal to 50 means in this particular part, we will be having a value called as 50. So here we'll be having the value called as 50. And coming to this one, the next statement, that is n2 dot data is equal to 60. So here we'll be having the node with n2 value that is equal to 60. So this is how you are going to access the data. Now coming to the link part, we can write something like this. So here you can write n1 dot link is equal to null. N1 dot link is equal to null, null. So here we are going to store a null value in it. So here we are going to store a null value into it. Similarly, if we write n2 dot link is equal to null. So here, because it is a pointer, it is going to store the null value null. Because it is a pointer, it can store a null value in it. So here we have two things. One is called as the data part and another one is called as the link part. So here in data part, because it is integer data, we can store a integer value over here, and similarly we can store a integer value over here. Now the node is creating a pointer to itself, So here we are having a null. If you are going to create one more node like this, then we can have one more node like this. Okay, one is data part, another one is the address part. Okay, so here this is the way you're going to create a self-referential structure. In this example, struct node star link is a self-referential structure variable. It is going to refer to itself. A self-referential structure element. A self-referential structure element. So these two are called as elements, and these two are called as structure variables of type struct node. So if we want to store the address of this 200 over here, the line which you are going to write over here is n1 dot link is equal to 200. Can we write like this? No, we cannot write like this, because for example, we are saying the address is 200, but at runtime, it may not be 200. So what you're going to write here, address of n1. So whatever may be the address of n1, assign it to n1 dot link. Means here, instead of null, now the new value that we can identify will be holding the value. For example, in this example, the address is 200. Now it is going to hold 200. 200 means what is going to happen? Now there will be a connection between these two. There will be a connection between these two nodes. Like, for example, we are having a train. A train will be having bogies in it, where we are going to move from one location to another location, maybe S1 bogie, A1, A2, S1, S2, S3, so on, where we can move or we can traverse in one direction, or maybe in reverse also. Now here there is a connectivity between these two nodes. When we are going to write n1 dot link is equal to address of n2, then we will be having a connectivity between these two nodes. From here we can jump to the next node, from there we can jump to the next node, so on. So this concept we are going to study in the next semester, that is in a 2-1. So this is called as single linked list concept, which is a part of your data structures. So from here onwards, the next subject starts from this point onwards. So we are not going to see the complicated data structures part. We are going to see the simple thing. Now, as of now, take a snapshot of this particular screen such that it will be easy for you when you revise this program. Just take a snapshot, make it fast. Now, let us quickly go to our dev environment and try to execute this program. I hope it is clear. What do you mean by a self-referential structure? Maybe this program or this question you may get for the short answers. Maybe if you're having 5 and 8 marks in a question paper, you may get this question for 5 marks. So there are 50% chances for getting self-referential structures in the exam. So let us move to dev environment. Let me clear all the drawings. If there is no doubt, is there any doubt? So today no one is going to answer. Am I audible at least?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So let me clear all the drawings. So let us get back to dev environment. Share screen. Share. I hope now dev environment is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Now let us execute. Thanks for responding. Self-referential. You can even have self-referential union also. It's up to you. So let us create struct node. So this struct node, you can have integer data struct node star link. Struct node star link. Now we are going to create struct node n1 comma n2. I want to have n1 and n2 two nodes I want to create. Say n1 dot data is equal to 50, n2 dot data is equal to 60, then n1 dot link is equal to null, means it is pointing to nothing, n2 dot link is equal to null, nothing. Then let us print the values, printf. I'm giving the basic one first, then we are going to make a little bit of complicated. Slash n, n1 dot data is equal to percentage d comma n1 dot data. Similarly, just a second. So let us make a small n over here. So here it is n2 dot data. Here it is n2. Here it is n1 dot link. And here it is n2 dot link, and this will be having addresses, so we are going to change to p, then n1 dot link, similarly n2 dot link. Nothing is there, a simple program where n1 is having a null value, n1 dot data is 50, n2 dot data is 60. We are creating two nodes, n1 and n2, two variables of type struct node, and in this struct node we have two elements, data, integer data, and struct node star link. So this is going to get executed now. I hope there is no error. Compile and run. Yes. Yes. I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So here n1 dot data is equal to 50, n2 dot data is equal to 60 because it is pointing to null. All the values are 0. Similarly, here also all the values are 0. Now let us change the program a little bit. So here we said in the previous diagram that n1 dot link is equal to address of n2. Address of n2. Now let us print the address also of n2. So next line we are going to print address of n2 is equal to, simply we are going to write ampersand n2. Now let us cross check whether the link is being established or not. So let me execute. Now you can see here n1 data into data, then we got n1 dot link, which is the address of n2. So we got 62FP00, and n2 dot link is having null in the program. So here address of n2 is equal to 62FP00, 62FP00. So there is a match. Now n1, there is a link between n1 and n2. There is a link between n1 and n2. Is this clear? Very basic program. I'm going to copy paste this program in WhatsApp. So F1. So very basic one. Now exactly what we have done, we have created two nodes like this, N1 and N2, which are having two parts. One is the data part, another one is the link part. Another one is the link part. Now here in the data part, we are storing value 50 first. We are storing value 50. Then here we are storing the value 60. Say the name of this one is N1 and the name of this node is N2. N1 and N2. And they are having some addresses, for example, say 200. And here the address is some 300. Here we are writing n1.link. N1.link is equal to address of n2, So what exactly is happening? What is the address of N2? Address of N2 in this example is 300. So here we will be getting the value 300. So here we are going to get the value 300. So there is a link being established from these two nodes. So using this address 300, we can go to the address 300 and print the value. What about the next line? The next line is holding n2.link is equal to null. So here we will be having null. So we'll be having null. So this is end of the link. Like this, we can create n number of nodes. Now this creation is called as single linked list. Here we have only one link, so that is called as single linked list. If we have two links, for example, so let me draw one example for you. So this is something like a train, which we can move from one bogie to another bogie in any direction. So for example, if you are having something like this, then this is bidirectional. So we will be having left link and right link. Like this, if we have more number of nodes, so we can move from one direction to another direction. Whereas a single linked list can move in only one direction, whereas a two-dimensional linked list can move from one location to another location. So here we'll be having the address of next node, here we'll be having the address of first node. So in this part, we'll be having the address of next node, and in this part, we'll be having the address of previous node, by which we can move in bidirectional way. This is unidirection. You can move from 50 to 60, but you can't come back. You can't come back. So this is what we are intended to do. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a similarly 5 nodes n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. So, and we are going to make the things a little bit complicated. Just try to understand what we are doing. Okay. So we are going to create one more pointer. Now this pointer is going to be somewhere like this, and one time it is going to point to the first node, it is going to print 50, then it is going to move to 60, next node it is going to print 60, then it is going to go to next node, provided we are having 5 such nodes, and once it reaches null, it is going to stop. That concept we are going to study now, or that concept we are going to implement now. So let me clear all the drawings as of now. Now let us create 5 variables totally, that is n1 comma n2 comma n3 comma n4 comma n5. We can even create these variables using DMA. Okay, we can even create these memory locations using DMA. Then we have one more pointer, struct node star p or star temp, whatever you call, a pointer variable. Okay, now this pointer variable is going to move from n1 to n2, n2 to n3, so on till it reaches null. So n1 dot data, let us write first of all n1 dot link part. Let us remove this data part. N1 dot link is equal to address of n2. Then so n1, n2, n3, n4, n5. n5 dot link is equal to null. Okay, good. So n1 is equal to address of n2, n2 is equal to address of n3, n3 is equal to address of n4, n4 is equal to address of n5. So till this part, I hope you got the addresses of all the links. Addresses of all the links. Then what we are going to say to the user, let us display the values. Okay, first of all, let us display the values. So first thing, you are going to write a for loop. So let me take one integer i. So for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So this loop is going to repeat for 5 times. So what you are going to print? Printf slash n percentage d comma. So let us write node 1, means I need to write here I plus 1. Node 1 is equal to percentage d. What is the value that we want to print? Now what we have said, the pointer is going to move from first to last. So we are going to write one pointer variable. So here temp is equal to address of n1. Now temp is initially pointing to n1. Now we have to print the temp value. So what you're going to write here, because temp is a pointer, you cannot write temp dot data. This is not allowed because temp is not a normal variable. Temp is a pointer variable. For pointer variable, you cannot use a dot operator. So what you need to write? A arrow symbol. You need to write a arrow symbol because temp is a pointer. You can see here we have declared it as a pointer. So if you are using pointers, then you can write like this. Then what happens? You need to move from first node to next node. Where is the next node address? How to move? For example, this is n1 and this is n2. For example, let us take only two nodes. Like this we can have 5 nodes, for example. So here we have the link part and here we have the link part, and the name of this node is n1, and the node, yeah, just a second, the name of this node is n1. It's not visible at all. n1, and the name of this node is n2. So in n2 we are going to keep null. Straight away we are going to keep, because n5 is the last node. In this example n2 is the not last node, so here you are going to write null. So let me write here null. So the address for example is 200 and the address for example is 300. So the example is 200 and say the example is 300. So what is going to happen here? n1.link is equal to address of n2. n1.link is equal to n1.link. This particular link part, this is data part. So here we have data and link. Similarly, we have again data and link. So which one is data? So this data is this one. Control Z. Data is this one and link is this one. So similarly, data is this one and link is this part. So data part and link part. So what we are saying, we are taking one more variable which is a pointer variable. We are taking one more variable which is a pointer variable. The name of this pointer variable is star temp. Now this temp is holding the address of n1. So here we are writing temp is equal to address of n1. So what is the address of n1? 200. So the address of p2 n1 is 200. So here we will be having 200. So 200, we have 200. 200 means what? Now the pointer is pointing to this memory location. Pointer is pointing to this memory location. Pointer is pointing to this memory location. It has to print the value, then it has to move to the next one. Now you can see here, we said that n2, address of n2 is available in n1.link. n1.link is equal to address of n2. n1.link is equal to address of n2. So in the link part, we have to store the address of n2. What is the address of n2? 300. The address of n2 is 300. You can see here the address of n2 is 300. So we are writing 300. So whenever we write this 300, we are going to have a connection between these two. A connection is established. So we are writing that, first of all, we are writing temp data. Now temp is pointer. So temp 200, go to 200 location, print the data part. So take 200, temp is 200, go to 200, value at address here, whatever the value is there, we need to print temp.data. Then what we need to do, 300 has to be replaced by 200. 300 has to be replaced by 200. So temp is going to point to n1.link. Now temp is pointing to 200, 200.link means temp link. So we can write the next statement as temp is equal to temp link. Whatever the temp link is there, that has to be replaced with the temp value. Now what we are saying here is we want to replace this 200 with 300. suppose we have temp dot data, n1 dot data as say 5. n1 dot data is say 5 and n2 dot data is 10. Now, if you write temp arrow data means it is going to point to 5. If you write temp dot link, it is going to point to 300. Temp dot link is 300, temp dot data is 5. So here we are printing temp dot data, that is 5 is printed, and temp is holding 200. So temp link, 200's link part, 200's link part is 300. We want to place this 300 again back into temp. So what is going to happen now? Here we are going to get a line, and now the new value that we are going to get in this one is 300. Means the pointer is not pointing to n1. Now the pointer is pointing to n2. Like this, the pointing goes on till we reach null. Here we are having null in this example, so we are going to stop here. But suppose we are having 5 elements, like in this example we are saying that we have 5 nodes. So for those 5 nodes, it is going to simply go 1, 2, 3, 4 and one more time 5. Okay, there it is going to stop because the last node is having null in it. Is this concept clear? Is this concept clear? Just take a snapshot.
Yes, sir.
Take a snapshot. So let me clear all the drawings. Now, so this is how we are going to display the values. This is how we are going to display the value. I want to accept the values also. Accept the values also. So where to accept, let us copy this code. So here we can write printf /n entered values are /n. Okay, then what I'm going to do here is entered values are, I'm going to use /t, then an arrow symbol. I'm not going to print node, simply I'm going to write %d. Let us make 3d, %3d. Then here I don't want to print I value. Temp data. So before this, we need to accept the values. So we are going to write printf enter 5 values. Enter 5 values. So /n. Then same temp is equal to address of n1. Now for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So printf /n enter %d value. So here we are going to write I plus 1. %d value means first value, second value, so on. I value 0. If you write I plus 1, it starts from 1. So here we need to write a scanf, then %d comma. Here we are printing temp data, so we are accepting temp data again. So here you can write here temp data, because it is a variable, temp data will be holding the value, so you need to write ampersand temp data. Ampersand temp data, then a semicolon. Here we are printing temp data, here we are writing ampersand temp data, then every time temp is equal to temp link. Okay, so let us execute and see this program whether it is working fine or not. Execute, compile and run, then we are going to complicate the things a little bit. So value is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So we got 10, which is pointing to 20, it is pointing to 30, it is pointing to 40, it is pointing to 50. Okay, we got the values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are entered. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we can remove this %3d. We can go with this %d. So now I want to make the complication by removing this I. When we have to stop, the last node is having null. The last node is having null. So we are going to remove, we are going to write here temp is equal to address of n1. This is the initialization where we are going to hold, the temp is going to hold the address of first node. So we can write this in the place of I equal to 0. So temp is equal to address of n1. And you can see here every time you are going to move the temp link, temp is equal to temp link. So you can remove this and in the place of increment you can write temp is equal to temp link. Now here the condition is at the last we will be having the address part to be null. The last node will be having address part to be null. So we can write temp link is equal to null. If temp link is equal to null, you need to stop. So let us see whether this loop is going to repeat for 5 times or 4 times. If it is 4, then we need to write temp is equal to null. So this is the condition, temp link is equal to null, you need to stop. So here you need to write temp link not equal to null. While temp link not equal to null, you have to repeat these steps. Every time temp is equal to temp link, initially temp is equal to address of n1, you have to accept the data and print the data. So execute, compile and run. So enter 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is accepting only 4 values and the last value we are getting garbage. So what we need to do here, it is not temp link, it is directly temp not equal to null, while temp not equal to null. So here we are getting I plus 1. So we can remove this percentage d, enter a value. That's it, no I plus 1 because we are removing I in this loop. There is no I at all. So execute, compile and run. So now we are getting 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So we got entered values are 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So similarly what we are going to do is here also we are going to eliminate this for loop. So we are going to copy for this particular link and in the place of temp is equal to n1 we are going to write this and we don't need temp is equal to temp link. So these are the entered values. So we can directly go and remove integer I because we don't need I. So we are sticking only for 5 nodes here. If you want to have n number of nodes, go with DMA, dynamic memory allocation. Allocate the memory using DMA. Okay. So execute, compile and run. That concept you can study in the next semester. Let us not make the things complicated here. Let us make it very simple. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think by the time after 2 or 3 days, if you don't practice this program, if you see, you won't understand why you are writing all this code, all this stuff. You are saying n1, n2, n3, n4, 5, and you are writing some for loop where something is happening. You don't understand what is this temp arrow data, etc. So practice this program a lot. Try to understand why we are writing each and every statement. So let me copy the code and keep it in WhatsApp. So is there any doubt in the program?